Hello, Mark Petzold here, Freedom Fire USA. Thanks for watching. Yes, I am sporting an I voted sticker, and yes, it is August 6th, 2019, and yes, nobody knows there is an election today, but yes, a city commissioner was elected in Grand Rapids. It's kind of like a tree falling in the forest. If nobody knows about it, did it actually fall? Yes, it did fall. So, anyway, I digress. This is a episode about gun control and common sense gun control laws. Basically, what spurs this video is I watched an episode of the Steve Day Show, which I really enjoy, and they had a caller call in that's a veteran, and he was talking about how we need to appeal to people that are searching and trying to understand what's happening in America. First, I want to ask a question. Is our attention span in America any longer than a gnat? If we concede on something, is anybody going to remember 24 hours from now? And I'm going to just say we need to be very weary of incrementalism and how what our country looks like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, 2 generations from now. What does that look like? And we have to be a stewardship over every small detail. So there's that. But so basically, the caller was saying, hey, on the battlefield, as a veteran, most people didn't have a 10 round or a 30 round magazine like that was used in these mass shootings. They had a 10 round magazine, and maybe we could appeal to people by showing we're willing to have a discussion about, do we really need the 30 round magazine? And basically it's like a race because our society is becoming more and more degenerate. We're seeing more gun violence. And so then the cry for gun control laws becomes louder and louder. And I maintain that what we need to be able to do is be able to tell you the truth in love as clearly as possible. And, and not to be, you don't seek to insult people. But my answer for gun control laws is actually really kind of simple. And it's going to sound very cliche to start out with, and I apologize for that, but please don't stop watching, okay? I got this really cool hat. Came from Nancy Campos, great guy, Self-Evident Ministries. Check it out. Point is, Second Amendment is the greatest common sense gun control law. Why? Because government is instituted amongst men to protect our God-given right to life. That would be protecting ourselves, liberty, and property. And there's no law that can substitute. There's no law that's a fix for immoral, degenerate society. Folks, all what we're going to do if we can't discuss these things is we're going to continue to lose our rights, and blood will have to be shed to recover the rights. So I want people to understand that. So the premise that we don't need to own the 30 round magazine is not the correct premise. And this is a Freedom Fire USA moment here. I'm not worried about owning a 30 round mag. I'm worried about owning my right to buy the 30 round mag. That is Americanism. And I know it sounds very cliche, but we need to get it and get it right, So while we're on the topic, I want to talk about the degenerate society, and I want to have a common sense discussion about mental illness. That's all you hear about is mental illness, mental illness, mental illness. And once again, we're not getting to the root cause of the issue. Now, Steve Day Show, I love the show, and thankfully talk about revival a lot. But let's talk about mental illness a second. Actually, let me talk about God. Is God the creator of all creation or not? It seems like in America, we want to say, hey, when it comes to mental illness, there's a little line of demarcation, and God actually doesn't have any jurisdiction in mental illness. Folks, mental illness is it's an effect of the enemy, of Satan in our culture. Now, can mental illness manifest itself physically? Absolutely. I wouldn't argue that for a moment. But the root of it is still evil, and the effect of it is on your body and on so on. And if you dig back layer after layer after layer, it gets down to the fact that the devil we've given him room. And folks, I would be remiss to point out the fact that the devil is pathetic. God is sovereign over all. He created the devil. The devil rejected his position, and he was defeated when Christ died on the cross. So the victory's already been won. The government and the devil have something very important in common. They both get their power from our consent, and I don't concede. I hope you don't either. So let's attack the true enemy, which is the devil. And to the men of this nation and to the fathers of this nation, I say, let's focus on where you have dominion. And where do you have dominion? You have dominion over yourself. Okay? So take care of yourself first and then take care of your families. Quit waiting for other people to come and quit waiting for the pastors, quit waiting for the school, quit waiting for Fox News, quit waiting for President Trump, quit waiting for this, quit waiting for that. Take a time out every Friday and have a family night. Read the Bible together, okay? Start with Romans and just, read a verse and discuss it. What does it mean to you? How can you apply it? How can you discuss it with other people? Go there. Have that discussion. Read the red letters. Read Jesus' words in the Bible. If you don't know where to go, read what Jesus said and to have a discussion about it. You can't go wrong with that. So the result, the fatherless households in this country is also an effect of us turning away from God. Let's address it and have victory over it. Okay? God bless you, and God help us restore America. Thank you.